Hi, and welcome to the Business Pioneer Podcast. I'm your host, Erika Montgomery, founder and CEO of Three Girls Media Inc., an award-winning digital marketing agency. Today, I am thrilled to have Byron Richmond, who's the owner of Action Business Furniture, which is really a trusted name in office furniture since 1991. With over 41 years in the industry, Byron's experience and passion have shaped a business that stands out by offering both new and pre-owned furniture, helping their clients save money while keeping quality pieces out of landfills, which is so important. Recently, they were named the best office furniture supplier by South Sound Business Magazine, and Action Business Furniture has become a go-to for businesses of all sizes. Byron, welcome so much to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So, yeah, it's great to have you. So, tell me a little bit about Action Business Furniture and how you got started.
Well, about 33 years ago, I was working for some other dealerships and I decided I'd had enough of being bossed around by them. So I decided to open my own business. I started out in Parkland, Washington, in a little small shopping center. And from there, it just grew from there. I have had a couple of locations since. Now, currently, I have 4 retail stores in Washington, one in Olympia, one in Tacoma, one in Everett, our newest addition to the team, and then also Spokane. Actually, that's where I'm at today, is our Spokane store.
Excellent. So, do you travel quite a bit between all 4 stores?
You know, I come to our Spokane store a couple times a month, and I go to my Everett store once a month, or once a week, excuse me, and then Tacoma and Olympia. I live in Olympia, right? Actually, I live above my Olympia store, so I'm there all the time. And I go to Tacoma every day because that's really our headquarters, is our Tacoma location. And it works out well. I don't
Got
travel a
it.
ton, but I get around. Yeah.
Nice. And obviously, in the name of the business, it says business furniture. But I'm wondering if you could let our viewers know some more specifics about the type of furniture that you carry.
Well, we're an authorized Han office furniture dealer, which is a national manufacturer that's located and headquartered in Iowa. And we also have several new lines of furniture locally, some local, some import stuff. And then we are the largest, probably pre-owned office furniture company. We work with the local companies that are downsizing, resizing, help them find a home for their pre-owned furniture. So, like I said, it doesn't go to the landfill. Anything that's still reusable for resale, we try to keep and keep it from going to the landfill. But predominantly our business, we sales wise, it's probably more new furniture than pre-owned, but pre-owned takes up a little more of our space.
Sure. And for companies that are looking for office furniture, what are the benefits of buying pre-owned furniture as opposed to something that's brand new?
Well, typically you're going to spend about half to 75% off of what the original price of it was. And the pre-owned office furniture that we acquire is usually some pretty top grade Herman Miller, Steelcase, Hayworth, the top brands of home office or of office furniture. It's commercial grade furniture, so that's why it's able to be repurposed, because it's manufactured so well to such high standards compared to some of the import stuff that comes in that you find at IKEA and Office Depot and some of those other places where they import a lot of their furniture. So it's really twofold. You're getting the
Sure.
quality of the top-notch manufacturers, and you're buying it a fraction of what it costs new. And we get it in large quantities, so
Nice.
it
And
works out
tell
well.
me, so if you get it in large quantities, I'm guessing that means you've got a really excellent selection to choose from.
Exactly. Each one of my stores ranges in size from about 10 to 16,000 square feet. About a third of that's dedicated to new furniture display. The rest is our pre-owned furniture. And I have one 12,000 square foot warehouse in Tacoma, and then 24,000 square feet of warehouse out in the Yelm area that I store my used product in.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I have a
And
lot of
who would
furniture.
you say, it sounds like it. And who would you say are your primary customers? What kind of businesses do you serve?
We service everybody, from the person that wants a chair or a desk for their home to a 200-person office. We kind of run the range of everybody. We do a lot of construction companies for their job sites. We do the school districts, the local school districts. Just about everybody's our customer. We can either save them money on the pre-owned or sell them some brand new furniture. We're pretty fortunate that we have a large customer base.
That's fantastic. And tell me a little bit about your strategy for growth. You've obviously been in business a lot of years. How do you continue to grow the business?
Well, we're doing some online marketing. You have to keep up with the computer age here, even though I'm kind of a dinosaur and all that. But some online direct emails to our customers. Our website's really pretty fluent. We try to keep it updated with the latest that we have. Most people, we all transitioned from the old telephone book to the internet. So the internet's a powerful tool, and so is our website. Uh, the growth for my company the last couple of years has been acquiring other dealers that have been ready to retire and have been in a similar business, and that's helped our growth for Action Business Furniture. But typically, we try to do the online marketing and word of mouth. I mean, we've been around for so long, we've got a huge customer base. We try to market to our customer base. That's really a bonus for us. And there's still a lot of growth going on. They're still building a lot. So I have outside salespeople that visit new construction sites. We try to keep our eyes open for any opportunity. And
Nice.
of course,
And
you're
what would you
and of course
say
talking to
are
you today. Go ahead.
well, we hope
Sorry.
we can spread the word about your business far and wide. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
And
yeah.
what would you say are some of the biggest challenges that you face as a business?
Finding employees, retaining
Hmm.
employees, uh, finding good quality customers. I've been pretty fortunate in our business. We deal with small and medium sized businesses, so I usually have a pretty nice customer base. Uh, some of the regulatory stuff, the new taxes that come out all the time. The business climate's a little difficult sometimes with the tax situation all the time. Every other day they're adding another tax to something. But that's really the toughest part, is finding good employees. It's really, really difficult. At least I've found over the last 7, 8 years. And then, the other thing we've been battling too is a lot of oh, uh, around our stores, the homeless population tend to put a little damper on the business, and it's just it's hard to deal with sometimes. That actually kind of puts the damper on things. It's hard not to feel sorry for them, but it becomes an issue sometimes at our retail locations, just because I don't know, it's difficult.
Hmm.
It's a difficult thing. But other than that,
Yeah,
just finding more customers is the number one thing we have to do, and keeping the trucks running. That's always a challenge. We drive a lot and deliver a lot, so. But that's the number one challenge, is finding good employees. I think that's always the toughest. Finding and keeping them.
absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely something that I've experienced in my industry too. And I think that's a
Hmm.
challenge for most business owners. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing to retain your employees.
Well, we like to think that we have a family atmosphere. It's not a lot of high pressure. Most of my employees have been with me for 5 to 15 years plus. So I've been able to retain my employees just by kind of having that small business attitude. We don't take ourselves too seriously about everything, so we enjoy ourselves at our job. And I promoted
Hmm.
my people from within. I've taken my some of my delivery people and promoted them to the sales department. I've taken one of my regular delivery persons and made them delivery manager. I've tried to just keep my employees within the company and give them success inside the company. And my ultimate goal is to hopefully, when I'm ready to give it all up, is find one of them that wants to take it over. That's my ultimate goal. I'd like to keep it in the
Nice.
family,
Yeah,
the Action family.
sure.
That would be my first choice.
Yeah, I love that. And yeah, that's fantastic. And tell me a little bit about your vision for the future. What are you planning next in terms of the business?
Well, right now we're trying to assimilate our Everett store and get that synced up with both our. We acquired our Spokane store a little over a year ago, and we just acquired the Everett store here the first of the year. So basically, my focus is going to be on hopefully getting those two stores integrated with the other two stores, and then see where we shake out at the end of at the end of this year. And try to focus on our marketing a
Hmm.
little more. I met with my IT guy, and we've got some interesting things coming up that hopefully will help us be a little more consistent on our email and our online advertising and marketing. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. We've had a little changeover in some of our vendors
Fantastic.
too. So yeah, we're working on that every day.
All right. Well, sounds like you've got a lot of great plans. And I'm curious what advice you would have for new entrepreneurs or people who haven't been in business very long.
Well, I had a gentleman tell me one time that really kind of stuck in my head is to focus on your business. Like put all your eggs in one basket and focus on the basket. Don't try to let outside opportunities cloud what your core competency is. So, I've had other opportunities to do other things in relation to my business, but I've found that every time I kind of deviate away from my focus, it just doesn't work out. So that would be my advice. If you're going to start a business, keep your eye on the business and don't let the shiny objects out there distract you from the main mission of running your business. It's difficult, it's hard. I know the first 5 6 years I started mine, it was a struggle, and then you ride with the ups and downs of the economy. I've been through a couple of those episodes where it's been nip and tuck whether I was going to survive. I've just, knock on wood, I've managed to survive the first .com bust, the 2010, 8, 9, and 10 issue, kind of the little slowdown we've had the last year and a half. So again, it's mainly because I focus on my business and watch it. That's it. Put all your eggs in one basket and watch it.
Hmm.
Make sure you're controlling your costs and your expenses and not living beyond your means. That's that's one sure
Yeah.
way of succeeding, I think. That's what's worked for me. And I've been around 30, and I've had
Yeah.
this since, well, 1991. What's that, 33 years? So that would be my advice to a young person
That's really
starting
great
out.
advice.
Wait, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Excellent advice. And what
Thank you.
achievements would you say you're most proud of and why?
Well, I managed to raise my daughter enough to get her into college. That was one. Uh, You know, back when I started this business, I never envisioned that I would be around this long working for myself. And I'm pretty proud of what I've
Hmm.
accomplished. Along not this isn't just me either. My business partner has been in the business with him, and I have been partners for the last 10 years, and he's been in the same business.
Oh, I just lost your sound, Byron. I just lost your sound. Okay, and I just lost your sound, Byron.
Oh,
Um, are
yeah,
you
I
muted?
had I had an incoming call.
There you are. Okay.
Yeah. So my back to my story,
Oh,
my
gotcha,
biggest
gotcha. Okay, I got you
yeah, my
back now.
okay, my biggest achievement would
Yeah.
be managing this business for 33 years and still being here. You know, I and also raising my daughter, getting her into college, and she's doing fantastic in college. But I haven't done this all by myself. I do have a business partner that's been with me for the last 10 years, has been an integral part. My business partner, Jim Clausen. He's an incredible business partner to have. So I founded the company and he came on board. He merged his company with me back 10 years ago. And we've just had a great partnership since. It's just been really good. It's enabled us to kind of
Amazing.
split our duties and conquer, divide and conquer. What I do well, he doesn't like to do. What he does well, I don't like to do. So that's another thing about starting a business is if you're going to do it on your own, it's a lot of work. I've been lucky that over the years, I've had a couple of business partners that we've all meshed really well. So that's kind of a nice thing. And most of us have come from a sales background, so it was pretty easy to make things happen. But running action and starting it was probably my biggest achievement.
Fantastic. So, yeah, well, considering that you've been in business as many years as you have been, it's quite an achievement to be sure, and you should be really, really proud of that.
Thank you. It's a hard you know, there's that old thing that everybody thinks that you own your own business, that you every day you roll to the bank with a wagon load of money. No, owning your own business is a lot of hard work and not a lot of pay sometimes. So that's the other thing that these young people that are starting out, you know, you don't start out making 200,000 a year. You know, you got to keep that in mind that you got to pay your dues before you get to collect the big bucks. So I'm still waiting for the big bucks.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
But
for
go ahead.
Yeah, you bet. So for people that want to find Action Business Furniture, how can they find you?
Well, on the web, you go to www.actionbusfurniture.com. That's good. And then you can look us up on the internet, Google us, ask Siri, you'll find us. We're got our 4 stores well done, so in all of those categories. So that's probably the best way to find us. Or look, you know, if you're a chamber member, we're listed in the chamber.
Fantastic.
You can find us there. So
Great. And what four cities are you in again?
we're in Olympia, Tacoma, Everett, and Spokane. Cover most of the state.
Fantastic. Any last words of perfect? Thank you. And any last words of wisdom you'd like to share with our viewers?
You know, for all the would-be entrepreneurs out there, sometimes make the leap when you should. You know, when you're thinking about it and you're confident in your skills, do it. You know, you can always go back to the old job that somebody else had for you. But if you have the skill and temperament to be a leader and you got the drive to do something on your own, by all means, do it. And I'm lucky in my business, I get to meet a lot of people that are starting up businesses. So I get to talk to them, and a lot of them ask me about how I got started. So I always like to pass on some of my little nuggets that I've experienced over the years. So I get to meet a lot of people that are starting a business, so that works well for me, and I love helping people out, and that's probably the best advice. If you think you can do it, give it a shot. Don't be afraid.
Absolutely. Take the leap. I know it was
Yep.
one of the best decisions that I ever made is to go in business for myself. So I think that's really wonderful advice. Well, Byron Richmond, thank you so much for being a guest today. I really appreciate it, and best of luck to you in Business Action Furniture or Action
Great.
Business Furniture.
Great. Thank you so much. And you have a great day too.
My pleasure.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.